kí gbogbo wa nílé lóko lẹ́yìn òdì, mo kí wá pé ó jẹ́ ọjọ́ ṣe rí, mo kẹ́ ìyá, mo kẹ́ bàbá, mo kẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo kẹ́ àbúrò. Ara àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ wípé ó máa ń fa wàhálà, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kó dààmú, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká fi ọwọ́ ara wa ká fi ra nǹkan tó máa pa wá. Mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo ìgbà òun la máa rírú àwọn nǹkan báyìí lóòótọ́ àti òdodo. Tí n bá lọ gbé wá, ẹ máa rí. Bọ̀ ó yẹ ká fi máa ṣe kí ni? Ká fi máa pera wa sí àkíyèsí lóòrèkóòrè ní ìgbàkígbà. Àgàgà àwa tá a wà nílùú òyìnbó, tá a fẹ́ lọlé, tá a fẹ́ ṣe fàájì pẹ̀lú ọ̀rẹ́ àti ará, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Tàbí nǹkan tá a tiẹ̀ kó lọlé gan, ó ti fẹ́ẹ̀ tán, a wá ní ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré lọ gẹ̀ẹ́tì ẹ̀. Gbogbo irú nǹkan báyìí la máa ṣàkíyèsí. Nobody téèyàn lè trust ní Nàìjíríà. Ìyẹn kan. Èyí tó wá jẹ́ gbòǹgbò nínú ẹ̀ ni pé ìwọ tómi ojú ò bá pẹ́ láti jáde lójú ẹ̀, tó jẹ́ pé small nǹkan kékeré báyìí ó ti máa àwa gan tó jẹ́ pé ẹlòmíì gan ó strong gan, but still tó bá wò tó bá ń gbọ́ nǹkan yẹn kò sí ni pẹ̀lú omijé yìí, ara èèyàn máa ṣe bákan. But tó bá ti jẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ pé tó bá wò ó tán gan pàápàá gan ìwọ̀n 2 hours gan ó sì ń ronú ẹ̀ pé a dẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o, báwo ló ṣe wá rí báyìí? Ó dàbí pé ẹ̀yin kọ́ irú fídíò yìí ló bá rí, so that ìyẹn máa jẹ́ bí warning. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí. Èmi ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín Àyè Ọpẹ́yọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la wà lórí TikTok náà yẹn. Bó lórí TikTok mi lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ìmọ̀ yìí ń jẹ́ Queen Ọbàtálá. Tó bá ti di later náà, a tún lè change ẹ̀ padà sí Verydarklady. Ẹ máa bá mi ká lọ. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin tí bá wa láìkẹ́ kó tó di pa wọnú ètò. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ìyá àti bàbá tẹ máa ń bá wa taari ẹ̀ sí ọ̀rẹ́ àti ará, àtẹ̀yin tẹ máa ń bá wa taari ẹ̀ sí àwọn group tí ẹ wà nínú ẹ̀. Agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, ojú òní tì wá. Now, mo mọ̀ wípé a máa kúrò oṣọmọ olókùú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Bọ́ ìgbà wo gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe ń sọ mi ò mọ̀, àkókò wo mi ò mọ̀. Pẹ̀lú bọ́n ẹ sọ wípé wọ́n ti dé, wọ́n ti balẹ̀, wọ́n ti ṣe kinní kan. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ̀ ká máa wò. Bọ̀ àdúrà táwa ń gbà, àní yé gba àdúrà tiwa wípé gbogbo nǹkan tó máa ṣe tí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa dojúrú fún wọn tó jẹ́ wípé àwa máa rí ọ̀nà lọ, òun ni Elédùmarè ló máa ṣe fún wa. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré lọ gbé eléyìí wá ká kàn fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún program, ká kàn tún fi ṣe ìrántí fúnra wa àti bí àwọn èèyàn bọ́n ṣe burú tó, bí àwa èèyàn bá ṣe burú tó wípé èèyàn ló burú ju ejò gan, ó burú ju ejò lọ. Torí ìwọ tó lè máa ṣe irú nǹkan báyìí tó dẹ̀ ń pa owó yẹn, ó fi rán ọmọ lọ iléèwé, ó fi ń ṣe nǹkan dáadáa, kódà gan wà tí ló fẹ́ fi. Tí nǹkan bá wá ṣe ọmọ yẹn lọ́jọ́ iwájú, àwọn èèyàn kan á máa ká tàbí kinní kan. Wọn mọ̀ wípé ó ti rán ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn lọ sí ọ̀run àrèmábọ̀. Let's go there.
These are the people at the point of you call your guy. These are the products being produced at the point of processing.
Continue what you are doing. Continue what you are doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suspects, drinks. Where's the guy? Your face.
You don't want to stop this activity.
Yes, these are the products. Point of production. Point of production. The sets. Products.
Can see them.
Products.
Where's your face? What's your name?
Joy.
Joy. Where are you from? Ebony. So you're a worker here? Yeah. What's your name?
Shoma.
Shoma, where are you from?
Anambra.
Where in Anambra?
Imo State.
In Anambra, you're telling me where in Anambra? Where in Anambra? What are you doing here? You're a worker? Huh? How much are you paying? What are you doing? You are being locked up.
Of Nigeria, my name remains just Adito. Today, the 9th of January 2026, Nigerians are going to come out to put their faith to test, to put their hope in making Nigeria great again to test. And I want to plead with the authorities. Senator Goodwill Akpabio, Inspector General of Police, all state securities, the military, everybody. The lives of every citizen matters and must be protected. We have a generation that is woke. A generation who believes in their country. A generation who understands that democracy is for the people and by the people. If you don't trust in your system, how can you love your country? But you will realize that we have a generation that loves their country, but they do not trust the system. Our forefathers made sacrifices. And I believe that we all can sacrifice our greed, our quest for power and money for this generation. This is a generation that have not benefited anything. They've taken their lives in their hands. This is a generation that wants to cure hunger for themselves and for the coming generation. If our leaders look very well, we're raising a generation that is disconnected. A generation who don't believe in the government anymore. We have always raised our voices. We have always raised our hopes. And if truly you people believe that governance is for the people and not for your pockets, if you believe that the seats that you occupy today is for the betterment of our great country, Nigeria, let there be open transparency in the electoral process. They are making a demand because we believe that it's our rights and it is not too much for you to give. If you, our leaders, are confident enough that the seats you occupy today is for the growth of Nigeria, let their lives be secured. Let their hopes be protected. And let their beliefs be confirmed that Nigeria can be great again. A lot of people are going to sit back home today. But let me tell you all something. The spirit of togetherness is one thing that I learned growing up as a child from Nelson Mandela. We have to stay together in the midst of our adversaries. We have to come together for our country. Confidence does not require cheating. It doesn't require intimidation. It doesn't require oppression. Confidence is given and is built. Give confidence to the people and build your own confidence that truly, truly, democracy is for us in Nigeria and not for one person or a homage paid to keep anyone in power. No one is going to fix it for us. We have to fix our country ourselves. It belongs to us. And it's for our future generation. And the generation is now. The people who are demanding for accountability. The people who are demanding for transparency. Akpabio said nobody should confuse us. But you are confusing us. Simple English. Simple requests. You make it so complicated. Where have you all been when voices have been raised? Everybody out there today, I want to wish you all well. I want you all to stay strong. I want you all to understand that our leaders that are there today, they did the same thing that you are doing now. They stood against opposition. But today we don't have opposition. Everybody is in the ruling party for their pockets and not for us. Stand tall. Stay strong. A great country is not for the weak. If you didn't benefit infrastructures, if we didn't benefit amenities, we must benefit in democracy, because this will work for us automatically and we will not be beggars. Politicians like to give chick feeds. They serve you to the point where you have to come beg. The spirit of our forefathers shall be with you all. The blood on the green, white, green of NSAS shall not repeat itself. The spirit of Africa will be with you all. We will continue to fight. We will continue to speak. Not because we are weak, but because we are hopeful. Our parents failed us. They couldn't speak for us. And we must not fail the coming generation. And we will continue to stand and speak for them. Electoral process must be transparent and fair. Accountability in time is a must, and we will get it. So if you are in there, stay focused, be positive. And if you are out there, stay strong and stand tall in the face of oppressors. God be with you all. Almighty Allah protect you. Agbára tó pilẹ̀ wa. Agbára tó pilẹ̀ àwọn bàbá wa. Agbára àwọn làákàyè àti làámọ̀yé. Aṣàlábò fún yín o. If you don't trust in your system,
mo kí gbogbo wa. Ọ̀rọ̀ náà ó sún sí ni lẹ́nu, ó buyọ̀ sí. Ọ̀rọ̀ náà ga, ó lágbára, but kí la lè ṣe? Wájú ò ṣe lọ, ẹ̀yìn ò ṣe padà sí àwa lójú kan náà. A ní kán pín wa, wọ́n nírọ́. A ní kán tún ṣe, wọ́n ló tì. Kí la fẹ́ ṣe gangan? Kí la ṣe fún àwọn ènìyàn yìí? Báwo ló ṣe yẹ kó rí báyìí? Giant of rubbish, giant of nonsense, giant of rédèrèdè, giant of ẹkún òun òṣè, giant of àwọn agbénipa. Ó mà ṣe o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá Délé Fárótìmí, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tán sọ. ó ṣe ní láàánú.
Do not count, and the judiciary will endorse it unless me and you decide to do something about it, because we are sleeping whilst a dictatorship is being installed in our country democratically. I believe that it is time to tell ourselves the truth. The only thing that can be done with Nigeria is to restructure it, reimagine it, find a way to get together a critical mass of its victims, sell them a new vision of this country, draw a line in the sand, and confront this system. The one thing I have never been shy about is to tell you what it will take to save Nigeria. And this is my own belief. It will take a revolution to save Nigeria. That revolution might come through the ballot, but I'm not convinced it will. But if sufficient numbers are persuaded to believe in the vision, not the person, vision for a new Nigeria placed on the ballot. If you don't place the vision for a new Nigeria on the ballot, you cannot mobilize the people to stand behind their votes. And that is why the distraction has been completely about politics. When a leadership emerges that understands the place of visioning and then places that vision on the ballot, mobilize the Nigerian people behind it, we may have a democratic revolution. This is for sale in Nigeria, and it's not always for sale for money. Sometimes it's for sale because of prejudice. Justice means doing what is right without your prejudices influencing the dictate of the law. Is that ever the case in Nigeria? If it was the case, how did Jackson end up convicted for murder? How did somebody sit down in judgment and determine that he was deserving of the death penalty? From the High Court to the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court. Why did it require the intervention of foreigners for the prerogative of mercy to be exercised in this case? This is the same country that routinely releases drug pushers, murderers. But this young man who fought a Fulani murderer on his own farm, sustained multiple injuries before he managed to kill his attacker in self-defense. How did he end up spending so long incarcerated for murder? In what universe, if not in a country where everything is for sale? If consciences were not for sale, what manner of justice would that be called? I have been the recipient of evil disguised as justice. I've been behind bars. My cell, there were 11 of us. I'm not sure that cell should have up to 2 persons if there were justice to be found in Nigeria. I spoke with several prisoners in my time in prison. But if persons sat in our National Assembly are deemed acceptable in society, shame on us for keeping the persons I found in prison where I found them. I just want to speak to the fact that if justice were not for sale, these victims in prison would likely not be there.
Lótìtọ́ àti òdodo ní gbogbo wa la mọ̀, but ta ló fẹ́ ṣe fún wa? Ta ló fẹ́ bá wa ṣe? Báwo la ṣe lè ṣe? Báwo la ṣe lè bọ́ nínú kinní yìí? gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ wípé olótìítọ́ wọn ò lè débẹ̀. Ìwọ tó ò bá lè dalẹ̀, tó ò bá lè ṣe nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ pẹ̀lú ìbúra, wọn ò lè gbà ẹ́ láyè kó débẹ̀. Tó bá débẹ̀ ká tó róṣù mẹ́fà, wọ́n máa lé ẹ ni. Kí ni ká ṣe? Ta la ṣẹ̀? Báwo ló ṣe rí báyìí? Ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀síwájú, a máa tó mú ètò wa sópin. Bọ̀ ká tó mẹ́tò wa sópin, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tí ọ̀gbẹ́ni náà, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ. Ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá wa pín. Ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá wa fi kọ́mẹ̀ntì tí yín náà sílẹ̀ àti kẹ́ bá wa tẹ like. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín ní ẹ kú gbogbo ìgbà. Agbára lọ́wọ́ àṣẹ̀dá, ojú òní tiwa. Let's go.
And welcome. My name is Magnus Oraka. This is Woto TV. You see, anybody who comes to pretend that he wants to solve the problem of Nigeria and does not, in all honesty, address the Fulani leadership mentality or the Fulani entitlement mentality is not ready to fix the problem of Nigeria. I saw a cleric the other time who was angry about the choice of General Christopher as the new defense minister. He was visibly angry, but I wasn't really captured by his anger. I was captured by the statement he made. He said that Nigeria belongs to them. Nigeria was promised to them, and Nigeria was handed over to them by their father, Uthman Dan Fodio. He said it. He said it loud and clear. And I'm like, oh, so this thing when they talk, not true. Now, we must understand that the Fulanis are not even intending to grab a part of Nigeria. They want all of it. They want all of it. All the chaos we are currently witnessing is a deliberate and anxious, mischievous action towards getting the whole of Nigeria under the control of one tribe, the Fulanis. And until we come to terms that it is time we threw away our petty quarrels, Igbo versus Yoruba, North versus South, and identify the real problem that the Fulanis want to make themselves as a superior being in this country, then we are not prepared to solve this problem yet. For instance, a Fulani man gets to unalive somebody, he is sentenced 15 years, 20 years. An Igbo man commits a lesser offense, he's given life imprisonment. And the person reading the judge even say that they are even helping you. They are helping you because it will have been death sentence. I'm talking about the Nnamdi Kanu's case. Then there's the case of Sunday Jackson, somebody who fought to defend himself. And as at the time, the only way he can protect himself is by, unaliving the next person. Otherwise, he's given the death sentence. Which means, in this country, if you are not a Fulani man, and you are accosted by a Fulani man, it better just say, here am I, unalive me. You can see, I heard the other man in Kano, one video from Kano saying that out of the 45 local government in Kano state, only 10 is headed by Hausa people, but the rest 35 is headed by Fulanis. And in all the local government in Kano state, there is no local government that the Fulani has a higher population above the Hausas. Well, as for that, that's going to be a video for another day. But if you truly want, if you truly want to get the sympathy, then you must start aligning with people that are necessarily not of your religion. Because the Fulanis, for me, I may be wrong, or correct me if I'm wrong, use this religion to bring you together, Hausa Fulani, because the religion knits you together. But in truth, even in the mosque, you are not allowed to be head of the mosque. In your local government, you are not allowed to be head. In your state, you will never become governor. So what's the alliance all about? Brotherhood of superiority complex, or brotherhood of one senior, one junior? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. But you see, if we must solve the problem of this country, We must have a leader that will look the Fulanis in the eye and say, look, we are going to stop this mischief of Fulani, blackmailing the rest of Nigerians to accept their whims. It is either the way they want it or the highway. Well, we must be ready to take the highway with them. My name is Mark.
náà mú kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ipa kó bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí. Mo kẹ́yìn ìyá, mo kẹ́yìn bàbá, mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo kí àbúrò. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ni olólùfẹ́ yín. Ayé ọpẹ́ yọ. Èyí tá a mú wá fún wa lọ́jọ́ títí òní, báwo lẹ ṣe rí sí, ojú wo lẹ fi wò ó? Lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, ojú òní ti wá. Ẹ̀yin la ó máa rí, ẹ̀yin la ó máa bá, àwa náà lẹ ó máa rí. Àní ṣìwí, àní ṣìsọ, àní tẹnugbó bí ọwọ́. Lágbára lọ́wọ́ Elédùà, ọ̀nà kì í dí mọ́jọ́, ọ̀nà kì í dí mọ́ ọ̀run. Ọ̀nà ò ní dí mọ́ èmi àti yín o. Lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ẹlẹ́dàá, àwa rí tiwa ṣe. Lágbára lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè, gbogbo mo fẹ́ wa. Aláwo á bá wa fẹ́, gbogbo mo kọ̀ wa. Elédùmarè á kọ̀ fún wa. Àwa ni tó a fi ọwọ́ wa ṣẹ́gun sí. Àwa náà la máa jèrè ẹ̀. Gbogbo àtàdé wà ní òkèèrè náà. Akérè oko délé, wọn ní fòkó wa ránṣẹ́ sílé, àdẹ̀ní kú sọ́nà bí èéfín. Lágbára lọ́wọ́ àṣẹ̀dá. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa pátápátá, àwọn náà máa yàn tán, máa yanjú. Gbogbo ẹni tó ń ronú títí kan tàbí di kejì, báwo ni mo fẹ́ ṣe, ọ̀nà wo ni mo máa gbé gbà? Àbáànú Elédùmarè pàdé, àbáànú àṣẹ̀dá pàdé. Lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, àní ṣe asiniwáyé, àní wáyé ayé lásán. Bó ṣe ń le lọ́tún tó ń le lósì, níwájú lẹ́yìn, lọ́tún ní lókè, ní gúúsù láríwá, níwọ̀ nílà oòrùn, kò ní le mọ́ èmi àti yín. Ọlá wípé bíran tiwa máa ṣe bọ́ nínú oko ẹrú. Bó ṣe jẹ́ wípé táwa náà bá kúrò, tá bá jẹ́ ancestor, wọn ò ní fi èpè máa ránṣẹ́ sí wa. Òun náà ní gbogbo ìgbìyànjú yìí. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé Elédùmarè á dé ìgbìyànjú èmi àti yín ládé. Èmi náà ni ọmọ yín, olólùfẹ́ yín, Verydarklady Zabby Oganla. Ibi báyìí la máa mú ètò dúró sí lọ́jọ́ títí òní. God bless you, one love, bye for now. Ire o, ire gidigba, ire o, ire gbangba. Ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá wa share. Ẹ dẹ̀ má gbàgbé láti fi kọ́mẹ̀ntì yín náà sílẹ̀. Ojú tẹ́ bá fi wọ́n bá ṣe rí lọ́jọ́ títí yín. God bless you, bye for now.